Yorkshire grit. Do we need to explain how it works, or does everybody know by now? What do you reckon, Mark? Shall we explain it? Or...
Yeah, give it a bit of an explanation.
Yeah, keep Glyn happy.
Keeps the Oompa Loompas happy as well.
And you never know, I might get a free hat out of it. But anyway, Yorkshire grit microfine. No, Yorkshire grit original. It's a cut and compound that takes your workpiece up to anywhere between 600 to 1,000 grit, depending on how much you work it. So, sanded and sealed my piece first. Now we're going to give it a final sand with Yorkshire grit. So, I'm going to, excuse me, sorry about that. So basically, we're going to turn the lathe down, and we're going to gently rub our tissue over what we've applied our Yorkshire grit with over the piece. And what you'll do... Go on, sorry.
2 questions.
Go on then.
Douglas Mungham's asking what's being turned.
It's a piece of oak, American oak, with mahogany inserts, or inlay, or whatever you want to call them.
Segments.
Yeah, done that.
And Paul Barn has asked, does Rich have an invasion tonight? Yes, he does.
Yeah, I believe so. I haven't seen a link for it, though.
Yeah, he's just while you've been on, he's posted the link.
Oh, right, okay. Yep, so yeah. Right, so what we're doing is, as you massage the... Well, that's a bad word, isn't it? Anyway, as you massage the Yorkshire grit into the wood as you're turning it, you will feel on the tissue that the grit, you can feel the grit, the actual grit part of the Yorkshire grit, you can feel it breaking down. And that's what's giving you your higher grits as you rub it in. So what we're going to do is...
Gently caress.
Wrong channel, Mark. That's the other channel.
All right.
So what I'm doing is I'm just basically rubbing this, and I'm feeling for when the grit is at its smoothest. And then we're going to bring in a clean piece of paper, just gently to finish off the excess grit that's on the piece and take off any grit that we don't need. I was very
lucky. I had a personal masterclass from Glyn himself in how to use Yorkshire grit.
Yeah, Glyn's a star, mate. I love Glyn a bit.
John PBH is saying, Steve,
what?
You're an ambassador, so you have to explain every time, otherwise you'll get your P45 from Glyn. He goes on to say, smoothing the contours. That's a nice way of putting it.
That is very nice. Yeah, so what I'm doing now is, as you can see on the tissue, I don't know if you can see it, yeah, as you can see, the darkness of the tissue now is the oak and mahogany as it's sanding off. And the actual benefit of sanding with Yorkshire grit is there's no dust. As we all know, when you're sanding, it makes a mess everywhere. It's dusty, it's horrible, gets in every nook and cranny. But with Yorkshire grit, we're not actually creating any dust that's being caught all in your tissue, which is what that dark particles are there.
I'll tell you what, on screen, the shine coming off of that bowl now
already
is fantastic.
Yeah. I want to try and get it nice and shiny. I might actually do it with a microfine as well. What do you reckon? Being a hardwood.
Yeah, go on.
So obviously that's our ground wood off of it to sand it down. So I'm going to get a clean piece of tissue, and we're now going to speed up the lathe just a little tiny bit, and we're now going to rub that out until we get, as you can see, you've got a trace of grit on there, and we want the tissue to come off absolutely clean. And then
See, what I was doing wrong. I was changing the paper too soon.
Yeah.
I kept trying to go for clean paper before I'd let the grit do its work.
Well, the way I do,
keep it there for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I do it through feel. You can feel it, can't you? When you start, it's really coarse. Then as the grit wears out, it gets smoother and smoother, and you can't hear or feel any vibration through you can't feel that cut and compound stuff through the tissue. So then I know I'm getting to a stage where it's getting high on grit. What we'll do is I'll just clean this off, and then we'll stop it and see what the shine's like, and then we'll get a bit of microfine on and have a play with the microfine. Being hardwood, that'll perhaps come up really nice.
Colin's asking, what lighting are you using?
I'm using LED strip lights. Hang on a second, and I'll try and show you.
Mike, Midnight Joker, behave yourself.
Well, what's he put?
He's gone. Go on, Steve. Rub it out and catch it in the tissue.
There's always one in there. There's always one. Right, let's have a look here. See what we can do.
And that does work. It works a treat.
I mean, you shouldn't apply any heavy pressure on anything, really, should you?
Well, no, because basically you're taking it off again, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Like this. You mean, okay, yeah, you're relying on the heat to give you your shine, but you don't need to be pushing on it as hard to the lathe struggling to. I mean, you hear some people, they're pushing on it, and you can hear the lathe like groaning because it's putting so much pressure on it.
Yeah.
So, right, let's polish this
It's
off.
finding a happy balance, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, okay, yes, with the friction polish, you need to generate the heat to give you a shine, but you don't want to be pushing on, like you say, pushing on it. So because I think I've had it before where when you get to a stage you've got 3 or 4 coats of friction polish on, it gets quite soft underneath with the heat, and you get like smudge marks in it. So, right, what do you reckon?
Wow. That's
Really?
awesome.
Got some nice chatoyance in it, innit? Look at that baby.
The shine coming off the screen on YouTube is
Nice.
much better than the picture on StreamYard.
Is it really? I like that. That's pretty. Let's get it flipped. See if we can get the inside out without damaging it. YouTube must hate us. We're always boosting people's channels up.
Well, it helps YouTube, doesn't it? I mean,
Well, yeah.
Globally known company. They're not going to shy away from any help. They want more and more people doing it, don't they?
Yeah, I think it's quite popular now. I must admit, you said to me 3 or 4 years ago, "Oh, you're going to be on YouTube." I'd be like, "No, don't be stupid." Right, let's put a light on. No, wrong one. No, wrong one. That one. Does it look shiny?
Yeah.
I don't want to touch it now. Get my greasy hands on it.